Yo, you already know what it is. It's going for the gusto. We in the bin with Boom Bam, Boondansky, my dog. You know
Yeah,
it's your boy
yeah.
Bartholomew. We out here live, man. We feeling great. You know, we had an awesome week one of football. I can't listen. I was surprised at a lot of games. You know what I'm saying? A lot of hurt feelings happened. A lot of things happened that we didn't expect. And we going to just talk about this. We're going to get right. But shout out to the Washington Redskins. Them boys did do their thing, you know.
Yeah.
Sam Hall took
Yeah.
that hit, but you know, them boys.
Hey, they did. Hey, them boys did like my boy out, man. But yo, hey, 1-0, man. Hey, every win can't be pretty. And I'll tell you right now, that week one win was not pretty at all. But I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
take it.
Man, so we got a list of games that we want to recap from week one. Let's start on the Thursday game, man. That Lions and Chiefs games. Is that what we expected?
Um, I mean, for me, a little bit. I say a little bit, like we know you can't win football with just a quarterback. We all know Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league, but you're not going to win a lot of games with just a quarterback. Somebody got to catch the ball, somebody got to block, somebody got to tote the rock. You know what I'm saying? And defensively, the Chiefs didn't play bad. Honestly, the Chiefs played pretty good defensively. So I was kind of surprised about that, but the drops killed them. Like Patrick Mahomes still played pretty good. The drops killed them. Kadarius Toney was getting eat up on social media, everything. People been, lighting him up. But honestly, I wasn't super surprised though. I knew the Chiefs, it would have been kind of rough for them to try to get back to the Super Bowl with just like, because each year it seemed like they keep losing people and losing people and losing people. Eventually,
True.
people will catch up with you.
Yeah. Man, the thing is, like, the way the score was, I think that what surprised me the most because I'm so used to Kansas City putting up high numbers.
Hmm.
And not saying 20 points is not like, a suffice number in football, but in today's league, we used to seeing like 35, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
38 by the Chiefs, something crazy like that. And just to hold the Chiefs under 21 points at exactly 20 points, and then the Lions just capitalize on that, capitalize on turnovers. They
Yeah.
actually took their time with the ball, like moving the ball methodically down the field. And then when they had big shots, they took them. And who else to throw those big shots? Come on now. You know my boy got to throw them big every now and then.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
man, I was just proud of it, proud of the game, and it was a lot of football that I saw that if I was a coach, I would have been upset because I was just like, "Hey, can you guys take care of the ball, please?" But that's just
Yeah, like this game felt like a Thursday night game, even though it's not supposed to because the season just started. So like you didn't have no game before that. But you know how like Thursday night games be kind of sloppy because you normally got like a short week of practice. But like
yeah,
even though it wasn't like a short week, it felt like a Thursday night game. So
yeah.
chalk it
And
up.
man, speaking of turnovers, the Jags and Colts game, bruh,
Mm.
turnover city by both teams. Don't get me wrong. Jags, they started securing the ball at the end of the game and started taking care of the ball a lot more. Trevor Lawrence, he actually sunshine, my boy. I am very proud of you of actually like how do you say it, like studying a game in the middle of a game. It's just like, hey,
Yeah,
let me figure this out in the middle of the game, and then
yeah, so,
and work my way back up. It's kind of like reset. He's like, hey, let me put the reset button on real quick. All right, here we go. This is where we need to be.
right,
So
right.
them boys kind of
Um,
dissect the
yeah,
coach
I
defense.
mean, I will say this, man. Anthony Richardson, I saw he got hurt at the end of the game, but he actually played better than I expected. To start the game, using his legs and his arm, he made some throws that I was pretty impressed with. So, y'all might definitely have a future with him, man. Like, if he can tighten up some things, he do got to take care of the ball better. But he made some throws that made me say, okay, that's an NFL quarterback throw right there. So I was proud of the game he played, and I think squad is kept. Calvin Ridley is a big addition to Jacksonville. Like he,
Yeah,
him being there in Jacksonville could be a game changer because that could be the true like number one receiver. Trevor needed. So that might we gotta watch that as the season goes on because he did go over 100 yards and you know
boy. boy, Calvin, boy, Calvin, boy,
Yeah.
Calvin. And then so now the Texans and Ravens game. Now
Mm.
I know the score is 25-9, but if anybody watched the game, Ravens had a really slow start, like a very, very slow start. And it's kind of not what I expected, but they kind of turned it up at the end of the game. Like, is that going to just be a pattern with the Ravens? It's just like, hey,
I mean, the Ravens, they got with the new offensive coordinator. I feel like they're trying to figure some stuff out. Like they like their whole offense kind of looks new. Lamar Jackson missed the time he missed last year, so you got to think about that. Then you
right,
add on the fact of everybody's new, right? Zay Flowers is a rookie. Odell Beckham is new, right?
right.
And then you get a new OC, so it's like a new offense that they're all trying to learn. I don't know if that's going to take them a long time, but like you said, they started off with the Texans. I don't think they can get a slow start like that against some other teams. But let me just say this, week 1 was a bad week for quarterbacks. Like all the quarterbacks played bad. I don't know what it was in the air, in the atmosphere, but it didn't feel like none of the top quarterbacks looked like top quarterbacks. Like Lamar didn't look great in that
No, he
game.
didn't. So that brings us back to that $200 million pay man, Joe Burrow, bro. What
Oh,
happened in the Bengals and Browns game, dog? What?
look, the big like so Joe Burrow. See, I know everybody want to like, man, let's hop on the quarterback. Let's harp on the quarterback, man. Look, I'm gonna say it like this: the Bengals' old line got beat down by the Browns' front five. Like had turned up for a check. Like it was like I didn't even see the whole game, but even on the like you know how like when you see parts of the game, even on the plays, you've been like, oh, that was a pretty good play, but you see
Yeah,
three people still in the backfield. Like if he had held onto that 1 second longer, it was over regardless. That's how it looked the whole game.
man. So hold on. So the Browns front four, you got
They got
Davion, right?
huh?
You got Davion, right?
No, he left.
Yeah, he left. But you got Miles Garrett.
You got Miles Garrett. I gotta remember who else is on the
They front four.
yeah, like their front floor had looks scary. I know they got JOK
Yeah, yeah.
linebacker, and then they had who am I not thinking about? Oh, they added Zadarius Smith. That's who it was coming off.
Bro,
Zadarius Smith was coming off the other edge, and that just was a problem between Miles and Zadarius, and they couldn't do anything. And then you got Dalvin Tomlinson, who's a run stopper. They just I don't know, man.
bro,
And,
that was
and Deshaun played bad too.
yeah,
Deshaun played bad, but they beat them up so bad on the old line. It was like nothing they could do. Like it was
yeah.
crazy.
And then the projections, like like for those that play like prize picks or anything like that, a lot of the projections for the quarterbacks were high. They would had them throwing like over 280, 250, like some of these, top 10 quarterbacks, they had them throwing like over that yards, and they was like either over or under. And I was like, they set the bar at 280. I hope everybody went under for week 1
Yeah,
because
you better have went under. Like you better have went under, man. It man. It was horrible for fantasy too. I don't know. Shout out to any of the any of the subs that play fantasy, but yeah, your quarterback wasn't. If you ain't had Tua, you ain't you ain't did much of anything. But speaking of Tua though, shout out to Tua, man.
man,
Shout
we could talk about that game, man. We could talk about
yo,
that Chargers and Dolphin game.
man, look, I'm gonna say this. The Chargers were playing really good football. They had control of the game, right? Like they were looking good. They were in control. They were managing the clock, and it's just the fact that like the Dolphins is like a NASCAR speedway. It's so much speed on the offense that like you don't really like you can't never really get relaxed on them. The moment you take a play off,
Over,
Tyree Waddle they out of there. Like like
over with, bro.
like
Over with.
like like I don't know if I ever like Like the only people that come to your mind is like Randy Moss, like Deshaun Jackson. But it looked like Tyreek be moving so fast sometimes. I'd be like, what? Like,
Bro, bro, I don't know if it's real, but Tua ball placement could not have been any better.
oh man, them was like, and the thing was because the game didn't start off like that. Like in the third quarter is when they figured it out. Like the third quarter, they was like, all right, yeah, we kind of figured it out.
Yeah, man. And then it's so crazy because, like you said about the Dolphins, like the Chargers, I felt like they had control of the game. I honestly did. And then all of a sudden it's just like you're in the parade and you just getting your things going, you getting happy, you like, oh yeah, we moving the ball, we got control. Then next thing you know, it's like, dang, them boys just hit us with a bomb.
Right, like they just hitting us, and like, and I don't know, maybe Tua felt disrespected in the offseason or something, but like he was like, nah, I'm about to show y'all something. But I do think the Chargers defensively, I don't know how really good of a team they are, and it's week one, man. So like it's gonna be adjustments. It's a little bit of nerves. We gonna have to really see if the Dolphins is really that team, like they're going to score a lot of points because if they are, they can make some noise in the AFC.
Man, yes.
So what do
You're
you?
so somebody's looking for a home to stay. Mayfield is looking for a home,
Okay.
and I think not the best performance, but I think it was an acceptable performance, for his debut with the Buccaneers. So
I know I think the best thing you got to start off by saying he won the game.
yeah,
That's the thing. That's the thing in football. Sometimes you just got to win the game, and like it wasn't pretty, but he played better than most of the star quarterbacks. He did what he needed to do. He for the most part he took care of the football.
yeah, he did. Most
So
definitely.
you know, I think that's what it really boils down to. I mean, people forget that the Bucks still got a really good roster. Like people act like yeah, Tom Brady gone, but that doesn't mean they have a terrible roster. You know what I'm saying? They still got a lot of those people. Mike Evans, them boys still on the team. So as if their defense is going to play like that, that could be a product of the Vikings
Yeah,
because like Justin Jefferson still is getting like they're just throwing it to him every time, and it's like they can't score. I don't know, man. The Vikings somehow be having real good stat lines for all their players, but they don't never score a lot of points. I don't know
bro.
what they
In
do.
the end zone, they can't finish in the end zone, and they showed that it's like if it ain't running the extra 20 yards from a catch or whatever it is, like it's just like, bro, we can't score from the end zone. I don't
Right.
know. The
Like
Vikings got to figure something
yeah,
out.
they don't got no like their red zone playbook is like 5 plays. I don't know, man. They gotta figure it out, yo. They gotta
But
figure
I know we talked about it in the beginning, but we didn't really go over it. But the Commanders and Cardinals, man,
it.
I know you can talk about it. I know you can. I know you can.
So all right, so we had control of the game early. Our defensive line looked like the defensive line they're supposed to look like. We came out. We were doing good. We were doing good. We were managing, and then we had some bad turnovers at a bad point in the game. Sam Howells, this is just a second start in the league. I think for his second start, he was okay. He threw a pick. He should have threw two. One of them could have got picked off, but it didn't because the weather did get a little wonky. So he threw a pick, and then he had a fumble, and that fumble kind of changed the game because they ran that fumble back for a touchdown. He fumbled trying to turn us back to the line and scramble, and I'm like, all right, now, like that's an Aaron
Yep.
Rodgers thing, that's a Patrick Mahomes thing. That ain't a you thing now. Don't turn your back to that line thinking you're gonna loop around and make a play. But outside of that, he made we had some drops on our side, but he made some throws that gave me confidence. Like I like the drive he put together at the end of the half. And then of course I like the game winning drive. So even when you know, one thing you can rest your hat on is he might not have played a great game, but when we needed to score, he drove us down the field and scored. So he had a rushing touchdown, passing touchdown. You know, I take it for the most part. Defense, for the most part, really did what they needed to do because the defense didn't give up no touchdowns. It was all
No.
field goals. The only touchdown the Cardinals actually scored was us giving them a touchdown. So I'm cool with the defense. I know the Cardinals don't really got nobody right now. But you know, like I said, a win is a win. I expect us to look better next week. But we did have some positive signs, you know, as far as like the D line. They showed up and played, and they
Oh,
looked.
yes, they did, boy. They got him. They got him in the backfield, man. They did their thing.
Yeah, like I think we had about 6 sacks. So yeah.
Yeah, them boys did their thing. So this 49ers and Steelers, like, all right, so my wife's a Steelers fan, so I can't say nothing a little too loud about the Steelers. But them boy got ran through. All right, so check this out. Christian McCaffrey. Now, I watched the Steelers miss a lot of tackles on that play. What that play went for 70-something yards, maybe? I don't like work on y'all tackling. Like, wrap up. You're not tackling rookies out here.
Right.
The boy's name is Christian McCaffrey. His name alone carries a lot of weight. And he proved his first year with the 49ers that he could do it. That, hey, bro, I can do the job. The first couple of games didn't look good with the 49ers, but later on in the season, he was like, yeah, I'm still Christian McCaffrey. So, like,
like defensively, San Fran just they swarm, man. Like if you play San Fran, hold on, they swarm. You better hold on to the ball, and that's what I'm gonna say. Shout out to Brandon Ayuk, who I think Brandon Ayuk is a number one receiver, but he's in an offense where he kind of is like supposed to be like the number 3 target person, but he has the full skill set of a number 1 receiver. His route, his catching, like his knowing where he's at on the field, like, and that makes them dangerous because, you know, people will talk about Debo, people will talk about George Kittle, you know what I'm saying? Then you add McCaffrey, and then Brandon Ayuk just end up getting the one-on-ones and he just go to work.
And what a big boy. That's a big boy. Feed that man. And then, like, also for the Steelers, man, it's just like you guys got away from the game plan, like you did, like you definitely did. Like you knew you should have handed Najee the ball a lot more than what y'all did, but you got away from it. And the reason for it is because you was too busy trying to play catch up and actually just playing your game, and that's what happens.
And a team like San Fran is when you a team like San Fran is dangerous when they got the lead because their pass rushers can rush, and San Fran is not scared to lean on you and run the ball, and it starts to wear you out after a while, and that they're a dangerous team to get behind. You don't want to get behind playing San Fran because it just turns brutal from there.
No, man. I guess we can hit on this Falcons, and I don't want to,
Falcons. Yeah,
Falcons and Panthers, man. Good job to the Falcons. Good job to that rookie. Them boys. Slow start. The beginning of the game. I didn't really think the Falcons had them in them. I'm just gonna be honest. But they kind of showed me some star power.
Right
towards the end of the game, and I was just like, okay, look at the Falcons doing that little thing.
Bryce Young looked like he wanted to be there, so that's good. Like he looked like he was into the game. He threw some picks because he tried to make a throw like he been back at Alabama, and that wasn't going to ride in the league. You ain't finna scramble one way and think you finna throw. You can't do that in the NFL. It works in college. It ain't gonna work in the league. But what I will say is shout out to the Atlanta defense for doing their thing. I was on this pod kind of telling everybody that I saw Atlanta's defense can be pretty solid with everything that they added. But the main thing is Atlanta ran the ball. They used both running backs. They used my shout out to my boy Bijan. They used Bijan. They used Tyler Algier, and they ran. They said, "Hey, we gonna run the ball, and y'all gonna have to stop us." So, if Atlanta plays like that for most of the season, they'll be a tough team to beat if they try to lean on, running the ball and playing some defense. Especially now that you got two backs that can do it. See, that's when teams get dangerous. Is one if you got one back, but both of your backs can be starters in this league. That's when
Yep.
you become a dangerous team. So I think that was that. But Carolina, I don't think anybody expected a lot from them. I think it was, we got a rookie. Same with the Texans. We got a rookie. We gonna get him in the game. We gonna let him play, and he gonna grow. He just gonna have to grow in real time.
All right. Then you got your Eagles and Patriots.
Yo, Mac Jones did something though. That's what I'm gonna say. Like the Eagles went up early, but Mac Jones looked like.
But the Eagles was on their heels at the end of the game. They was on their heels. Them boys. And then New England defense is not to be taken lightly. Like I think sometimes because of the history of New England, we've always just seen the face of the offense, and we just forget New England does have a defense. They do. They always had great defensive players and playmakers, and they laid a really big hit on Jalen Hurts that game and forced a fumble, and that honestly could have changed the game. But Mac Jones, he got a lot to still a lot to learn, but in all reality, well improved from
Yeah. He looked like the moment wasn't too big, like he belonged in the league. And like you said about New England's defense, people got to remember that Belichick is the best coach at making adjustments in the middle of the game. Like if y'all go up early, whatever you did to go up early is not gonna work again. Belichick is gonna say, "All right, y'all did it once. Shout out to y'all for doing it once. You ain't gonna do it again." And that was the difference in the game. The Eagles looked like a totally different offense, like they couldn't get it figured out in the second half.
Sure couldn't. I mean, they just pulled it off by a little bit, really.
And the Eagles got it. The Eagles got to be
lucky they got the ball back. That was really it.
Huh?
They was just lucky they got the ball back.
Yeah. Yep.
That was it. Packers and Bears. I didn't really too much watch that game. I don't.
Yeah. That's my thing playing in the background. I heard that.
No, I ain't hear it.
Oh well, that's cool then. Hey y'all, if y'all can hear that on the screen, y'all let me know. But I don't know what happened. The Lord, I was looking up something in the background and started the ad started playing. But shout out to Jordan Love. Jordan Love looked good against the Bears. Now we know the Bears isn't a great defense, but Jordan Love threw 3 touchdowns. He took care of the ball, no interceptions.
Right.
I think shout out to him for playing that kind of game. I think that he is ready to take on the challenge of replacing Aaron Rodgers, and now I think it feels different for him because now he's not going into the season like, oh, I'm the backup and I got to play when I need to. He's going into the season as I'm the starter, so that's what it's going to be. So I think he played a really good game and impressed me.
Well, definitely played confident.
Yeah.
Definitely give you that. And I'm gonna save one game for last. I'm gonna go to this Rams and
Rams in Seattle. Look, hey, shout out to my boy Cool who couldn't be here tonight. I got in an argument with this man because I told this man that Matt Stafford is a top 10 quarterback. He was like, bro, there's no way Matt Stafford is a top 10 quarterback. I said, bro, listen to me. I said, Matt Stafford showed he was a good quarterback because he played on the Lions. He couldn't get nothing done on the Lions because he was on the Lions. The first year he leaves the Lions, he wins the Super Bowl. And now he got injured last year. He comes back. He has no number 1 receiver, no Cooper Kupp, and look at the numbers he put up. Matt Stafford is going to shock the world this year. I think the Rams going to make the playoffs. I believe in Matt Stafford. That's what I gotta say.
Talk about it. Talk about it. And then yesterday's game. I'm saving one game for last because I know way too cool gonna appreciate us saving this for last. So I'm gonna save that game for last. But I'm gonna go to Monday game, then I'll go back to the Sunday night game. So Monday night game, the Bills and the Jets.
Man, that's just rough. That's rough, man. That's just rough, man. And like, and the thing was, in the NFL, wins are hard to come by. So a win is a win. I know when you lose your starting quarterback on any team, the team is deflated. You probably don't want to play no more. You're probably over it. But like Shannon said earlier, man, the best player on the Jets yesterday was Josh Allen. Cause he just wanted to throw a pick. Like one
Well,
of
he
the
threw 4, right? Was it 4?
he threw 3 and then he fumbled.
Yeah, 3 and he fumbled. Yeah, man.
One of the picks he threw, I was like, bro, it's only defenders over there. Like I couldn't even see the receiver in the screen. I was like, what is going on, man? Like,
Man, so and this is just me thinking, and I'm not trying to be in the head of Josh Allen, but it's just me thinking. I'm thinking that Josh Allen understands that he worked with a lot of people who have made amazing plays at certain times, and he just thought that was gonna fly with the Jets. Now, this is me understanding that the Jets have always had a good defense.
right,
Last year, they proved that they had a good defense. They were only losing by small margins because their offense couldn't score.
right.
Now, their offense can score.
That well, well, that game was super weird because, in all honesty, the Jets should have lost. But I'm
They
glad
should.
they won because I'm glad they stayed resilient. But like, and then Garrett Wilson made a catch, man. Like he did something.
Yeah, he did. He
Like he
did.
like he flicked it back. Like hey, he did something there. Shout out to
Hey,
him
man,
for that.
important matchup. And I'm going to applaud both of these boys because they both played very well. Sauce and Diggs.
Yeah,
That matchup was great. Sauce won some battles, Diggs won some battles. And I just love the competitiveness from both of them. You know what
right.
I'm saying? And then at the end of the game, like they can go be like, hey man, like that's what we need. That's how we make each other better. You know what I'm saying? Because that was just real good. And then to see Sauce also like sometimes in the backfield getting to the ball like after a play is like,
Yeah, I saw him made a couple of tackles. I was like, okay, way to come downhill, young man. I like it. I like it.
yeah. So I was just pretty, pretty proud of the competitiveness. All right, so way too cool. I know you're gonna appreciate this.
We gonna end with Dallas.
Yeah, that Dallas and Giants game. Woo! So
Well,
the
look,
Giants put up hold on, I'm trying to see their score.
40-0.
40-0. I know I saw 2 zeros on this page. I just had to see what the other one was at. 40.
Cause look, man, look. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Hey, man. To all the Dallas fans out there, I know y'all are everywhere. Y'all are embedded in the world. Listen, shout out to y'all. Y'all played good defense. Y'all played tough defense. The weather was bad, so part of the turnovers was the weather. I saw that coming. But once y'all got ahead, y'all didn't look back. Shout out to y'all for that. The
Yeah.
relentless pressure. The pressure was relentless. Y'all defense is y'all flying high and mighty right now.
Yep.
Got no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Talk your talk. Do what you do. But hey, every week it ain't gonna be like that. So I hope y'all are ready.
Enjoy this
At
one.
140 yards. So hey, I hope
Enjoy.
y'all just ready to show up next week and play football. It's gonna be y'all gonna have to play against some people. So
Hey, now that the pressure's on because now the whole NFL looking at y'all like, oh, okay,
everybody watching y'all now.
yeah.
Everybody watching y'all now. So now, hey, y'all the head dogs. So y'all gotta be ready to make it happen.
Mhm.
Y'all gotta be ready to make it happen, man. That's all. That's all I can say about that.
Hey, that's all I got, man. Well, hey, y'all know what to do. You know, if you got some comments, comment below. You know,
Yep.
let us know how you feel about these games, some of these players, some of the moves that were made. Also, don't forget, doggone like, subscribe, and share. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's going for the gusto. We out here. You got anything you want to say to him, Boom Bam
Yeah,
Bunansky?
man. Hey, man. Shout out to y'all for riding with us. We appreciate y'all for being on the journey. Football is back, so we're gonna be dropping some stuff. Y'all let us know if y'all want us to get in depth with anything. Right today, we just kind of ran through all the games. But if there's any games y'all want to get, you want to get in us to get in depth, break it down, talk about matchups, players, we play analysis. We down to do all that, man. So y'all just let us know, man. We here for y'all, man. So we just gonna make this thing rock, man.
All right, and we out.
Peace.